It's one thing to be a father, but it's another thing to be a father. Kay God nang gagaling yung wisdom mo at yung mga bagay na lalabas sa'yo.
Very important sa akin yung relationship ko muna kay God. Kasi sabi mo nga, di ba? It's hard for me to show that love or show that grace, show that forgiveness, or show that patience towards the people around me. That is why important sa akin yung relationship ko muna vertical. Kay God muna, because I cannot give that to you if I don't receive that love, the sacrificial love, yung forgiveness ni God sa akin, yung pagiging patient ni God sa akin. Kapag hindi ko yun nakuha, ano yung maibibigay ko sa'yo? I cannot give what I don't have. No perfect marriages,
No filtered conversations,
just real life,
real faith,
and learning how to stay afloat.
Welcome back to Staying Afloat podcast. Wow, parang sobrang excited ko, love.
Huh?
But yes, I am.
I am so excited. You know why?
Why?
Because look at our studio.
I know. In fairness to Staying Afloat.
Staying afloat. Galing. Praise
Yes.
God.
So we want to thank first and foremost SM Home for providing the furnitures in our new place or podcast. I don't know. Podcast studio. I don't want to call
This
it
is
a
our-
studio. It's more of like a home. Our new home.
Okay, sige.
Diba? And of course, AccuWave. So AccuWave is ito, yung nasa walls natin. Those are acoustic panels.
So
Pero
ano ba ginagawa ng acoustic panels, love?
I don't know. Joke
Okay.
lang.
Remember nung una to, wala pa yung mga acoustic panels. It was all white.
Yeah, parang I
So cement
noticed
lang ito. So before, kapag nagsalita ka doon,
ma-echo.
ma-echo at nagbabounce yung mga
Oo,
salita.
oo.
So pag nag-uusap tayong dalawa, hindi siya, alam mo yun, magulo.
Yeah,
Sobrang
parang it's too
ingay.
loud.
And
Ganun.
now, it absorbs yung sound. Kaya kita mo, ganda ng boses dito.
Wow.
Huh?
Baka maganda rin kasi itong mic natin.
Siyempre, maganda yung mic natin.
Yeah, so we're very happy to be doing our first episode in our new home. Ang bago nating tahanan dito sa ating Staying Afloat. And not only that, because hindi lang special yung place, special din yung episode.
Ano ba yung episode natin
Nako,
today?
ikaw fishing ka talaga yun. But okay, fine. It's our Father's Day episode. So happy Father's Day, Lovey. Mwah!
Thank you. And
Okay.
also, sa mga fathers out there, you know, you guys are the best.
Yes, truly you
Yeah.
are. Diba?
Sa mga fathers dyan, sa mga nakikinig or mga nanonood, happy Father's Day to you. Araw natin to, guys.
Wow.
So, on this day, ngayon lang to.
At dahil sinabi mo yan, for this episode, you are on a hot seat. Dapat
Okay.
pala doon ka naupo sa solong upuan. Ano?
Huwag na.
So anyway, so i-hot seat kita. I will be asking questions na medyo mapapaisip ka. But more than anything, love, siguro, I just really want to know your thoughts about fatherhood and the things that you've learned as you become a father of 4. Na iba-iba yung edad, iba-iba yung mga karakter, iba-iba yung mga ugali. So let's dive deep into that. Ready ka na ba?
Okay, sige na, ready.
Okay, so my first question is, what has fatherhood taught you that you did not expect? Na shucks, pag naging tatay pala ako, ganito pala.
Ang dami kong natutunan.
Mm,
Ang dami kong natutunan doon na hindi ko in-expect kapag ikaw naging tatay na pala.
okay.
Because, kay ako, love, di ba, I became a father at 17 years old.
Mm,
So before, of course, I was so immature.
mm,
Unang-una, yan ang naalala ko. I was so immature. I was driven by my emotions. Kung
Mm.
ano lang yung nararamdaman ko, yun lang yung mangyayari. And now, siguro yung lesson na nakuha ko,
mm.
now, is yung being present is more important than presents or gifts. Yan.
Mm,
Being present, being in the moment. Kasi yun yung mas tumatatak sa isang bata. Yung being present. Kasi feeling natin kapag binigyan natin ng gift, binigyan natin ng pera, the reason why we're doing that is because hindi tayo present eh. Ito na lang yung kabayaran.
You want to compensate.
You want to compensate kasi hindi mo nabibigay yung pagiging present sa mga anak mo. That's why you are just giving them all the things that you think they
Yes,
need.
Yes.
Pero ang mas kailangan pala ng isang bata is yung pagiging present ng isang tatay.
Especially ng isang tatay.
Especially ng
No.
isang tatay.
Because parang feeling ko, love, in most families, ang thinking kasi ng mga pamilya or ng mag-asawa, no, it's the mom's job to be present in the lives of the children. Ikaw ang mag-aalaga, ikaw ang ganito, si daddy, provider,
Tama.
magwo-work out of the house, 'di ba? And once na magawa mo na yung role mo to provide, and most of it is just really to provide financially, parang feeling mo, goods na yun. Okay na, nagawa ko na yung role ko, now I'm just gonna do my thing. But what I'm getting from you is that you also have to be emotionally present.
Present.
Like you also have to provide for that. It's not just a financial provision, taking care of their needs, but also taking care of their emotional needs. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next question, Lovey.
Okay.
Gaano ka magkaiba yung pagiging tatay mo nung 17 ka? Kasi gusto ko malaman, Love, yung, and I'm sure our viewers or our listeners would also want to know, what was happening in your mind when you found out that you were gonna be a father at 17?
Ano yung nasa isip ko?
Oo, ano yung, paano mo yun pinroses?
Well, kung babalikan ko, love, no, hindi ko siya mag-grasp. Kasi I was only 17. I didn't know any better, love. Ang alam ko lang, okay, I'll be a father, okay, what ties to that? So, meron kang anak and meron kang responsibility, of course. So, may responsibility ka and I didn't have any work back then, love.
Yes, you were studying.
I was in school. I was in first year college. So, I remember, love, ang ginagawa ko nun, ang naalala ko, hindi ako pumapasok.
Okay.
Kasi ang reason ko is because I need to save up my allowance.
Okay.
So nung nalaman ko that, I will be a father or I became a father already, hindi ko yon sinabi sa parents ko. Hindi ko sinabi yun sa dad ko because my dad was in the US and my mom, nalaman na lang ng mom ko sa ibang tao.
I remember.
Nalaman na lang ni
She
mommy.
was being teased, tinatawag siyang lola. Tapos nakita ko siya, bakit kaya lola ganda yung tawag sa akin nito?
So, I remember lang ang ginagawa ko nung tinitipid ko yung allowance ko or hindi ako pumapasok para for me to have money to somehow provide for my son.
I could just imagine how challenging that must have been for you. No, love?
Oh, love. Hirap kasi wala ako sa tamang age to become a father.
And the maturity also is not
I'm
there
so
yet.
immature, love. I was so immature.
Yes. And syempre yung season na yun, parang you're still building on yourself eh. You're at 17, you wanna like have a good education
Tama.
so that you'll be able to find a good job. Kumbaga yun yung like series of how it should happen. But then for you, it was nauna. Parang
Tama.
ganun. So wow, amazing. And okay. Next question. What's one lesson you've learned from raising kids at different ages and seasons? So we have an adult, that's Ice. Ice is 22. Nathan is 18. And we have Nala and Nolan who are 8 and 6. So ano yung challenges doon, love? Kapag magkakaiba sila ng edad?
Sobrang hirap, love. Kasi ang pagpe-parent natin sa kanila or for me, paano ako sa kanila as a father, no? Hindi yan one size fits all. Kumbaga, like you said, meron tayong batch A at meron tayong batch B. So, yung mga adults natin, remember the principle of 3 C's.
Yes.
So, yun yung ginagamit natin doon or how I use it to navigate parenting with them. So, the adults, which is Ice and Nathan, tayo ay consultant to them.
Yeah.
So, ang ginagawa natin, every time that they will somehow make a decision, halimbawa, meron silang gagawin na meron silang ipapurchase, let's just say that way. So, meron silang ipapurchase. So, ang gagawin ko, hindi na ako pwedeng maging commander sa kanila. Hindi na pwedeng, I will just tell them bluntly na, ito yung gawin mo sa pera, ito yung bilhin mo kasi ito yung gusto ko. No, hindi. Dapat yung gusto nila. And then, kapag nasabi ko na sa kanila yung pros and cons, like, ito yung mga mangyayari or repercussions if you do this decision A and then decision B, hahayaan ko sila mag-decide. Hindi na ako yung para to control them or to be a helicopter parent to them because it doesn't apply to them anymore.
And I think it doesn't apply to this generation anymore. And I'm glad we're like that. I remember one time we were having a discussion with one of our children about the course that he wants to get in college, diba? And we were like, what is it that you want? Unlike in our generation,
Oh, yeah.
it's our parents who will tell us
Oh, yeah.
what course to get. Na, ito yung kunin mo, ito yung ganun. So even if you didn't like that, parang you feel like you have to do it because first, you owe it to them. Sila magpapaaral sa'yo, diba? So,
Nasama ako dun sa wave ng mga nursing eh. So, Yun yung inaral ko kahit somehow hindi pala yun yung nasa heart ko.
And you've learned from that.
Oh yeah. Kaya
Diba?
hindi ko ngayon ginagawa sa mga anak natin. I ask them, anong gusto mong maging paglaki?
Mm-mm.
What do you want to be when you grow up? What are your skills? What are your strength? Pag nahanap ko yun, sasabihin ko lang sa kanila ito. But again, you will be the one to decide, not me.
Yes, we give them the freedom to choose what they want to do, what they want to spend their time with, or where they want to spend their time with. But we also share with them consequences. Diba?
Yeah.
Ano yung mga options surrounding those decisions?
Tama.
Okay, that's nice, Lovey. Next, ano yung pinakamahirap na season ng pagiging tatay sa mga anak natin? I remember, Nathan asked me this. Sabi na, Mom, ano yung pinakamahirap na edad kapag naging magulang ka? Is it the newborn stage? Is it the toddler? Is it now the school-age children? Preteen? Adult? What's for you parang the most challenging stage?
Sa mga anak natin.
Mm.
Ako, love, lahat to mahirap.
Mhm.
Kahit unang season pa lang yan, newborn, toddler, teenagers, adult, lahat yan mahirap. Iba-iba lang siya ng level of, or iba-iba lang kung paano mo, what's the word, love?
I-approach?
O iba-iba kung paano mo i-approach.
Yeah.
Pero lahat yan mahirap. Pero siguro just to answer your question, andun siguro ako kapag adult na sila.
Mm-mm. Why? Why do you say it's harder to father adult children?
Because, somehow they will make decisions on their own. At syempre as a father, di ba, kapag nakita mo yung anak mo that, he will make a decision and you know that eventually he will hit the wall. You cannot just guard them
Mm.
na parang, oops, wag mong gawin yan kasi I know that you will hit the wall. But again, you will just allow that to happen for them to be able to somehow learn and to become better. Ang hirap kasi makita sa isang magulang na alam mo yung anak mo tatama dun But you just have to allow them because those are the things that will make them stronger, resilient, to be more equipped in life.
That's true.
Kasi somehow tayo gusto natin maging helicopter parent with them. Gusto
Or
natin,
overprotective.
or overprotective. Gusto natin lahat kontrolin.
Naging madali,
Naging
diba?
madali. Kasi
Yeah.
yung pag maliliit kang, sarap lang yung ikadel. Nakakapagod yung puyat,
Oo.
nakakapagod yung saway.
Habol pag bagong naglalakad.
Diba?
Yeah.
So, puyat yung pero okay yun Kasi para sa akin, that's how I see it. Mas mahirap sa akin yung pag-adult na because you don't somehow own them.
It's painful
especially-
to let go.
Especially kapag meron na silang mga asawa at meron na silang mga anak.
I don't even wanna think of that.
Diba?
Oo nga,
Yun
oo
yung
nga.
siguro for
Getting
me, that's...
emotional wow with this But yeah, it's the reality, love. And I feel you na parang, ang hirap, ang sakit. Ang sakit. May mga moments na ang sakit na kapag alam mong nagsastruggle yung anak mo, pero hindi mo pwedeng ipilit yung mga bagay na gusto mo sana para sa kanya.
That is why, love, ang pwede lang natin gawin is to really just kneel them kay Lord. Ipag-pray lang sila. That they will make good decisions, that, the Holy Spirit will convict them in every situations that they are in. Kasi it's beyond your control.
Mhm.
So tayo talagang pinagdadasal na lang talaga namin.
Totoo yun. I think that's a big part of being parents. That you really surrender them to the Lord. There is so much that we can do, but there's so much that God can do.
Amen?
Kaya niyang pigilin yung mga bagay na hindi para sa kanya. Kaya niyang proteksyonan yung mga anak mo from things that could be a possible danger to them. And you just really surrender and allow His power to work over the lives of our children. So, love, let's go to the challenges of fatherhood. What has been one of your biggest struggles or challenges as a father? Is it the pressure to provide? Is it time management? Are there days that you feel like you're not good enough?
For me, pinaka-challenging part ko is probably leading by example lang. Because I cannot, nakikita nila lahat sa akin The good, the bad, the ugly, everything. They see it So for me to be able to be mindful or be intentional on kung ano yung naipapakita ko sa kanila. And for me, that's the hardest, yung leading by example. Because all eyes are with me every time.
Yeah.
Every time, love. So,
You order from drive-thru. You talk to somebody else. They're like looking at you.
So, yeah, di ba? So, nakikita natin, they would actually, remember the drive-through
Incident,
story?
yes.
So, they ask, why is daddy's
Don't like
tone like
that.
that?
Or why is daddy making that face?
So,
And
nakikita,
I go, ask your dad.
so, nung kinausap nila ako or
Mm.
nung na-share mo to sa akin, di ba, dun ko na intindihan or nag-sink in sa akin na mabuti na, wow, they see everything in me. And not only that, siguro, love, yung second answer ko to that is yung time management. Because you know how the world pulls us away to provide, to do things and many things. Marami tayong ginagawa. Work, ministry, hobbies, and you know, yung pagmamanage ng time, you have to be always present to them. Like every season of their lives, kailangan na ma-manage mo yun or
Mm.
you attend to it.
And
So,
you're very intentional with that, my love.
I hope I am.
I see that.
Hindi ako perfect and never ako magiging perfect. Pero yun, siguro love, you know, I have to lead them with honesty,
Mm.
with integrity as well. That they see the mistakes that I do and admit that
Mm.
for them to be able to see also, oh, ganun pala ginagawa ni daddy kapag si daddy nagkakamali. Di ba? Of course, di ba, as a father, parang feeling natin or authority natin na palagi tayong tama eh.
You're never wrong.
You're never wrong. But you know, if they see that you are leading well on the area of humility, maganda yun for them, that they will learn.
Yeah. I remember the reaction of our
Older.
older children when we first like apologized to them. Parang they were like, what's happening? Parang they were so, alam mo yun, parang hindi rin sila makareact. But it felt good. It felt good to start something like that. And yung learning ko dun, love, na parang it may not be something na naging practice natin from the beginning
Oh yeah.
of, you know, of being parents. But you can always change and improve something in parenting.
Tama.
Diba? It's never too late to start something. Okay, my love. Next question. What's something fatherhood exposed in you that God had to work on? I will give...
Alam mo naman siguro yung sagot
examples.
dito. No, alam mo siguro yung sagot dito.
Yeah, but I want it to come from you. Baka ako alam ko, baka ikaw hindi. Joke
Alam ko
lang.
rin.
Okay.
Alam ko, feeling ko alam mo.
Okay, what
Well,
is
syempre,
it?
number one, yung pagiging impatient ko. You know, I'm so impatient and yun yung consistent or I am still work in progress that kapag nai-impatient talaga ako, somehow nakikita mo yung, kaya tingin mo.
Wala lang.
Ha?
Oo, ano?
Pag ako nagiging impatient, syempre, di ba parang doon lumalabas yung mga tone of voice na hindi maganda. Kapag nai-impatient ako, somehow, kitang-kita yon on the way I talk to you guys, how I present myself to you, and siguro, ano pa ba? Ikaw, ano pa? Nakikita mo?
I think that's it.
Impatient?
Kasi parang ano naman siya, love, like, I know you are aware. And for me, that's already a blessing. Because it's one thing for you to be struggling with something and be unaware of it or be in denial of that. But for me, the fact that you know that you struggle with that, ibig sabihin nun, God is already working in your heart. And just to affirm you, my love, you have grown so much in that aspect. You're not perfect. We are all not perfect. Ako din, alam ko, marami din akong shortcomings. But nakita ko na, love, kung gaano ka nakalayo from where you used to be. When it comes to that aspect of being impatient.
Ako, may tanong ako sa'yo.
Ano?
Napansin mo ba?
Na?
Ngayon lang. Ang usapan,
Medyo, sakto.
ang usapan natin today,
What?
ano eh, alam mo kung anong oras?
1 o'clock.
Anong
Oh.
oras tayo nag-start?
Marami naman nangyari before me
Hindi,
getting
hindi.
ready.
Ano tayo nagsimula?
3.
3. Usapan 1. So I waited 2 hours. Pero, kita mo naman.
You did not wait 2 hours for me alone.
Yan eh. Kita mo yung daliri. Gumalaw. Gumalaw.
Kaya mo eh, you're like, parang it's just me.
Hindi, pero I waited 2 hours.
Yeah, okay. In total of
Pero
everything.
kamusta naman? Kamusta yung, may napansin ka ba?
Okay naman.
May napansin ka?
Wala naman.
Wala naman. Mabuti naman.
So you're good at hiding it. Joke lang. Okay, but yes, you have grown so much in that area, my love. And alam mo,
I love waiting.
it's how God sanctifies you. Hindi,
I
joke
love
lang.
waiting.
But hindi, kumbaga love, nakita ko na how far you have come. And I know that as you practice that, syempre, mas mag-grow ka doon. Okay, next, Lovey. What does a father surrendered to God look like? And I believe like this will be probably my favorite question to ask you because in this season, love, diba? It's one thing to be a father, but it's another thing to be a father. Kay God nang gagaling yung wisdom mo at yung mga bagay na lalabas sa'yo. 'Di ba? As fathers, ang mga challenges kasi niyan is that you feel like you're always the authority, you're not accountable to anyone. 'Di ba? But if you're a surrendered father, then you know you're always accountable to the Lord as you lead your family. So, what does a father surrendered to God actually look like in real life? So, for you to be able to do the things that God is asking you to do as a father, ano yung mga bagay that you intentionally do?
Ako love, very important sa akin yung relationship ko muna kay God. Kasi sabi mo nga, di ba? It's hard for me to show that love or show that grace, show that forgiveness, or show that patience towards the people around me. That is why important sa akin yung relationship ko muna vertical. Kay God muna, because I cannot give that to you if I don't receive that love, the sacrificial love, yung forgiveness ni God sa akin, yung pagiging patient ni God sa akin. Kapag hindi ko yun nakuha, ano yung maibibigay ko sa iyo? I cannot give what I don't have. So love, yung importante rin sa akin yung sacrificial love na pinapakita ko sa inyo lahat. And I
Mm.
hope na you get that from me as well. Yung pagiging gracious ko kapag kayo nagkakamali or kapag kayo may nagawa kayong bagay na somehow irritated me or something. Yung grace for me to patawarin, grace for me to just
Palampasin.
shake it off,
Yeah.
palampasin, 'di ba? Kailangan maintindihan ko na binigay lang din sa akin 'yun. Kasi di man ako perfect, binigay lang din yun ni God sa akin. So in order for me to give that same love, grace, forgiveness, patience, kailangan may pinanggalingan 'yon. Kailangan naramdaman ko muna 'yon.
Mm.
Na-experience ko muna 'yon for me to be able to share that with the people around me.
Nice. Nice, love. I like that. You cannot give that kung wala ka nun eh. 'Di ba? And the moment you realize that you're also a recipient of all those things,
Yes.
then who are you not to give it also? 'Di ba? So, Lovey, what areas of fatherhood that you personally had to surrender to God? Yung alam mo na parang, Lord, take control. I've done my part. If I do more, it might be harmful already. So these are the things that I leave and I surrender to you.
Yung mga future ng mga anak natin. Their future, as an earthly father, I can only do so much. I can just provide for them, to give them the things that they need. Pero love, yung future nila, hindi ko na yun hawak eh. Siguro maybe what I can control right now is yung to support them kung ano yung mga gusto nila. But at the end of the day, kung saan sila pupunta, kung ano yung magiging future work nila, kung sino yung magiging future husband or wife nila, yung magiging
Trabaho nila.
trabaho or yung magiging status nila sa buhay, hindi ko na yun hawak. Sinurrender ko na yun kay God. Ang importante lang sa akin, love, yung kung ano yung naibigay ko sa kanila, kung paano ko na-share yung faith ko sa kanila, yung something that I can pass it on to them na pwede nilang dalhin habang buhay. Kasi as an earthly father, again, di ba? Hindi ko na yun hawak eh. So I surrender that to God, their future, kung ano man yung mga mangyayari sa kanila. I surrender that to the Lord.
That's wonderful, love. Sabi nila ang pagiging magulang daw walang hangganan. But I realized na may hangganan siya in terms of what kind of parents they need for you to be in the season of their life. Alam mo yun, love, yung parang may hangganan to a point na you can only do so much at a certain age.
Yeah.
So, we really have to make the most out of the time that we have with our children. Wag natin yun sayangin.
Yeah. You know,
Kasi lilipas siya.
the truth of the matter is, love, yung oras, ang bilis. Unang-una, napakabilis, love. Especially nung parang tumanda ako, nung nandito ako sa age na mga pa-40 na ako, love. Yung mga 30 ko, parang ang bilis niyang dumating. Ang bilis niyang natapos. Kung nangyayari yon, tumatanda rin yung mga anak natin. Lahat tayo sabay-sabay. And what's, the truth and the reality of time is you cannot take it back again. Yun yung malungkot dun eh. Kung ano yung naitanim mo ngayon, yun din yung aanihin mo. So, ang question, ano yung tinatanim natin ngayon as a father? So, that's why sabi ko kanina, di ba? I want to be present in the lives of my children as early as now. Yun yung itatanim ko. Para when they grow older, yun yung maaalala nila. Yung, andun ba si daddy nung graduation ko? Andun ba si daddy nung unang natuto ko magbike? Andun ba si daddy nung nagkaroon ako ng unang hurt sa aking relationship? Nandun ba siya sa mga panahon na yun? At yun yung maaalala nila rather than the gifts, rather than the material things na binibigay natin just to compensate dahil hindi natin nabibigay yung time.
Right.
So for me, love, yung time is very, very, very important.
I love that. Wow. I'm so lovey. So, sige, dahil I want this to be a very special day for you, I also want to share a few things that I appreciate about you. And maybe these are the things that I don't get to tell you every day. So, una sa lahat, love, I appreciate how intentional you are with our children. And if there are days that I feel like, kunwari, may nagawa ka na hindi ganun ka okay, I also see the effort that you make to make it right. And one of the things that I appreciate about you, love, is that when you are very intentional in discipline. And that's not easy. Because when we discipline our children mostly from you, ang tendency kasi nun, you become the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I know how that can also hurt you. But it has to be done. And we both know, tayo bilang mga magulang, hindi natin role maging kaibigan nila. Ang role natin is to be the authority above them, to tell them, to protect them kung ano yung mga makakasakit sa kanila. And that's not easy. Because if you take that role seriously, they will not appreciate the things that you are doing in this season. Yun yung tinatanim mo, love.
Yeah.
Na probably some of our kids feel a little hurt from how you discipline them, but they don't see yet how that will benefit them in the future. And I know that they will. And as a father, alam ko, love, na hindi yan madali. Because you would, as people, gusto natin yung pinakamadali. Sige, yaman na lang. Sige, palagpasin mo na lang. But no, you want to take the harder job, which is to discipline. Even if it's with love, sometimes you discipline talaga na kailangan medyo firm. 'Di ba? And those things are not easy. It's painful. And I appreciate that from you, my love. How intentional you are with spending time with them, with playing with them, with talking to them, sharing God's word with them, and continually apologizing whenever you hurt them. So I see that, love. I see also how you have been trying to break the generational curse of not growing up with a father. 'Di ba? And so I could just imagine how hard that must have been for you to be a father kung yung lumaki ka nang wala kang role model. And yet, you are doing such an amazing job, love. Na siguro the things that you did not have as a child are the things that you try to give to your children. And those are the things that I appreciate from you. Happy Father's Day, lovey. Okay, wait lang. Para light ng konti. I just have mabilisan na answers. Okay? So, no thinking, just answer right away.
Teka, answerable by?
Basta quick answers lang siya. Like one word, one sentence.
Okay, one phrase, one
okay,
phrase.
okay. Whew, ready. One word that describes fatherhood.
Hard.
Hardest parenting phrase to say.
Please forgive me.
One thing your kids taught you.
Patience.
Favorite dad moment.
When I'm able to teach the Bible to them.
Oh. What do you hope your kids remember about you one day?
Wow. That I did my best.
Ooh. Happy Father's Day, lovey. Oh, yun lang naman.
Thank you.
And wow, this is such an emotional episode. I didn't realize.
Emotional. Wala.
Ako yung naiyak, but yes. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, to our dads. Daddy J, my dad, Dondi, we love you. We appreciate you so much. And even though probably we're not so vocal in telling you how much we love you and appreciate you, please do know that we really do from the bottom of our hearts. So to all the dads out there, whatever kind of father you are, as long as you are, mentoring someone, being a brother, there are brothers who are also fathers. There are many kinds of fathers, and this is your day, and I hope you feel appreciated.
Also, I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Also for my dad, Daddy Joselito, wow, kompleto. And Daddy Dondi, my father-in-law. I want to say I appreciate you. And I love you. I know we are not all perfect, but we are trying our best to be the best dad to our children. And, siguro message ko for all the dads out there, continue to show up. I know it's hard. Continue to love them sacrificially. Continue to give that grace every time you feel they don't deserve it. Just continue to do that. And most especially, continue to have a relationship with God for you to be able to give them as well yung mga bagay na dapat nating ibigay sa kanila. So continue showing up, dads, and we appreciate you. This is our day.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, love. Thank you, thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. See you on our next episode.
Marriage, parenting, and life don't come with a manual.
But conversations like these make the journey a little lighter.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time,
Keep staying afloat.